that is the opening riff for the song Advice by the band Cavetown. Doing this lesson for a student of mine, but I'm going to share it on YouTube for anybody else who might want to learn how to play this riff. A, it's a super cool riff. B, it's a very cool song. This is just the main riff, and it's just the 2 chords. It's a 1-4 progression in the key of G. So G major 7 being my 1 chord, and C being my 4 chord. Actually, it's a C major 7. All right, and then within each chord, you're going to have your intervals of 1, 2, 3, 5, and a major 7th, or 7 in this case. So for the G, that's going to involve the G, 3rd fret of the 4th string or the low E string, open A, 2nd fret B, next string towards the ground, open D, and 4th fret F sharp. That's my G is 1, A is 2, B is 3, D is the perfect 5th, and F sharp is the major 7th. One thing to note too that I didn't already touch on is the song is played with a pick. It sounds very much like it's played with a pick, but you can play with your fingers if you don't have a pick or you're not comfortable playing with a pick. But for the purpose of this lesson, I want to play with a pick. All right, so again, G, A, B, C. G, A, B, D, F sharp are my intervals. C is going to have the same interval relationship, just everything is going to move 1 string towards the ground. So starting on the A string, I'm going to have the 3rd fret C. Next string towards the ground, that is open D. For the 3rd, it's going to be the 2nd fret E. Next string towards the ground, perfect 5th is open G. And at the 4th fret of that string is the major 7th, which is a B note. Pattern-wise, it's all 8th notes, and it's just going to go root for the first 3 notes to the major 7th. So that's G to that higher F sharp. So that's 1 and 2. I'm just using alternate picking here with the right hand, down, up, down. All right, for the second half of the measure, I'm going to go open A, which is the 2nd note, to the 2nd fret B, which is the 3rd note in the scale. Same thing, alternate picking, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, on C, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Just everything moves 1 string towards the ground. And the little pause in there at the end of the first verse is just going to go on the C, 1 and 2 to the major 7th. All right, the only variance in there is they're going to start certain measures, and it's usually either the first measure in a 4-measure pattern or the 3rd measure in a 4-measure pattern. They're going to start it with the perfect 5th. So in the case of the intro, it starts with the G for the first 2 measures. Then the 3rd measure is going to start with the D. And the 4th measure is going to start with G. Going into the verse, it's going to start with the perfect 5th D. Then the rest are Gs. On the C riff, its perfect 5th is going to start the 3rd pattern or the 3rd measure, so it's going to start with C. Alright, and the song is probably somewhere between 105 and 110 beats per minute. I'm going to start it just at 80. If you need to go a little slower, set your own metronome. I'm just going to go 80 straight to 105. But if you need to set it somewhere in between there, do it. I'm using an app called Drum Beats Metronome. Love this app. 2, ready, go. Right? Just bump it up to 105. And if you need to go somewhere in between there, do it on your own. I also realized when I played that the last time, I missed one of the perfect fifth starting notes, but I'll get it this time. 1, 2, ready, go, intro. There you have it. All right, so there is more to the song, but this is the main bass-driven riff. It starts off with the bass. There's nothing else but bass, and it's fantastic. All right, so practice that up. I'll probably make a second video to cover what goes on in the other sections of the song, but use this as your launching point right now. If you like this video, hit like, leave a comment. If you got a request, something in this vein, let me know. And yeah, you can also subscribe to the page. But yeah, in the meantime, that's it. So a 1/4 progression in the key of G, G major 7, C major 7, 4 bars per chord. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's just a killer riff. Play with a pick. Again, if you want to play with your fingers, you can too. It just sound a little deeper, a little bit more like. Missed that perfect fifth there. It's kind of a dead note, but you get the idea. All right, so practice up, have fun with that, and hopefully you'll see you next time.